War Pigs, my friends. Week 10 just wrapped up. It's Tuesday. Happy Veterans Day to all you out there. My hat is a homage, a tribute to all the veterans. Sent some messages to the veterans on my left today, just appreciating them. So let's get into fantasy football. Week 10 is in the books, and this specific video is for my War Pig squad. And I'm happy to report War Pigs does it again. And so you can see here we have War Pigs really almost beats the team by 30 points. I believe he was projected to beat me as well. So now he's in 5th and I'm in 6th. We're both 5-5. Just going through real quick from quarterbacks, pretty equal. Deebo Samuel did better than Pittman. Devontae Smith did less than Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith's one of the best receivers this year, if not the best. He's been killing it with Sam Darnold. McCaffrey and Vidal equal. TreVeyon Henderson, again, my second league with Henderson, and that's really what separates my squad right here. He dominates with 39 points. And then look at Trey McBride coming in hot with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback, 32.7 points. There's definitely a connection there. And then Shakir did pretty good, double digits. Alec Pierce, I ended up picking him up maybe the morning of. I was surprised he was on the waiver wire, so I plugged him in, and he looked great. Watched a lot of that game, and that was the first touchdown, I think, for the Colts. It was a long pass from Daniel Jones to Alec Pierce, and Pierce just went up and to get that ball. I think there was 2 defenders on him. Pierce looked really good. Nico Collins on the other side had a great day, 28.6 points. He pretty much doubled DeAndre Swift there. And then Jerry Jeudy was a little better than Ashton Jeanty. Our kickers are pretty equal. 1 point separates them. And then defense, I had 6 more points. The Rams had 6 more points than Buffalo, who really got smacked down by the Dolphins. On the bench, I had Slayton. I ended up swapping him out for Pierce when I picked him up, but Slayton did well, and just not as good as Pierce. And then Zach Charbonnet got a touchdown, so puts him in double digits, 14 points. He had Coleman on the bench, and then he had the Pittsburgh defense. Fairly equal what we got there. Let's look at the standings. I think I've won 5 in a row. Let's see here. So I was still in 6th place. Oh, sorry, I've won 3 in a row. Thankfully, I didn't lose 5 in a row because that'd be, 5 wins in a row. But in 6th place, we got a 3-way tie here for 6, just by points. I'm right in the middle of that 3-way tie. I do play my son this week, the Berserkers, who lost. And so he lost. So he was in 3rd. He moves down to 6th place. And I've scored more points than him, not by a lot, by 15 points. But let's just look at that matchup real quick. War Pigs versus the Berserkers. He's got Jalen Hurts. I picked up Aaron Rodgers today. He's playing the Bengals, so I'm expecting him to have a really good fantasy showing. London versus Smith. Shakir goes in there. I have my Colts on bye. Daniel Jones, Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman Jr., they all go to the bench. TreVeyon Henderson, if he gets another start, that should be good. My son hasn't changed his lineup yet, so the projections don't mean a whole lot. He's got at least one guy on a bye week, Josh Downs. DK, putting him back in. He gets the return yards. So they're using him as an offensive weapon, and also he gets the return yards, so he could have a big day like he did the game before the bye. Trey McBride's been killing it. CeeDee Lamb will be back, coming off bye, so I plugged him in. And then anyone new, kept the same kicker, kept the same defense against the Seahawks. And he has the Seattle defense, so those teams will be going head-to-head against each other. But waiver wire-wise, let's just take a look real quick to see what's open. Just remember, this is a league where there's no waiver wire unless a team drops a guy, so you can just go in and pick guys up whenever you want. A lot of tight ends out here. Dalton Schultz, Freiermuth, Otten, and then you get Ridley. Let's just go running back wise, see what's out there. Blake Corum, he's been producing. He may be a guy I need to pick up. You got Devin Singletary too, with Cam Scatterbo out. Singletary and Tracy sharing those carries. Kenneth Gainwell, I think I know there's some games he's been the kick returner, so you can get points that way. Wide receiver wise, you got Calvin Ridley. Mac Hollins had a big day for New England. He looked good. I think he's like a feast or famine type guy, but he looked good. And Drake May slinging that ball. A couple other guys, Jalen Naylor had a good day for the Vikings. It's just hard to say when, you have Justin Jefferson and Addison in front of him. You would think those guys are going to get the balls too, but it might mean he gets the best matchups. And then those are really the standout ones. Other guys you can pay attention to. Luther Burden the third here. He could have a big day, but there's so many weapons in Chicago. Who's Caleb Williams going to throw the ball to? And then quarterback wise, Jacoby Brissett, he's playing San Francisco. I'm going to roll with Aaron. They're playing the Bengals. That just feels like it's matchup proof. The Bengals defense is so bad, but things are looking good. Happy in this league. Finally turning around, getting some points up there. I was the high scorer for the week, I believe. Let's just check that real quick. Yeah, I was the high scorer by about 20 points. So good times. Let's keep this War Pigs machine rolling. Good luck, all. Take care.